Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. I am your ghost host, Wes Troop, and this week was pretty much news announced. So we're gonna go around the global news this week on the HitchHiking Host Show. So let's take our trip around the world. Just like ATC, it goes around the world just la 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 la. It goes around the world la 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 la. Let's do it. More details have been released for the upcoming Shanghai Disneyland resort. We're going to do a little rundown on each land. Mickey Avenue is the first land you will encounter after passing through the gates. The entrance will feature a large clock tower inspired by the infamous Mickey Watch. The land will focus on Mickey and all of his friends. Some of the stores and restaurants you can enjoy will include Il Paperino, a gelato shop where you can discover the family tree of Donald Duck, the Avenue M Arcade, which will house the largest selection of gifts in the park. The Mickey and Pals Market Cafe will be a counter-service, open-air cafe where you can choose a table in one of 4 different dining rooms, including Mickey's Gallery, Daisy's Cafe, the Three Caballeros, and Tony's from Ladies and the Tramp. Sweetheart's Confectionery will be themed to Minnie Mouse's childhood home, featuring murals telling the story of Minnie and Mickey's courtship. Remy's Patisserie will be a French-inspired bakery based on the characters from Ratatouille, and will serve varieties of breads, pastries, and muffins, as well as fresh desserts. First tribute to the original Mickey's Mouse, the Steamboat Mickey Fountain, will be prominent at the park entrance leading the way to Mickey Avenue. The Gardens of Imagination will see attractions such as Dumbo the Flying Elephant and the Fantasia Carousel, as well as 7 themed gardens based on the Chinese zodiac, including Storybook Castle Garden, Garden of the Magic Feather, Fantasia Garden, and Romance Garden. Bow chicka wow wow, to name a few. This area will feature Mickey's Storybook Express Parade, as well as Ignite the Dream, a nighttime spectacular of fireworks and light show. Gardens of Imagination will also house the Wandering Moon Tea House, a quick-service location with traditional Chinese dishes. Adventure Isle will be the home to such attractions as Soarin' Over the Horizon. I can't wait to record that new video. That new song, Soarin' Over the Horizon, Soarin'. The Roarin' Mountain and Camp Discovery. The impressive Roarin' Rapids ride will bring guests face to face with the legendary Quirac. I think I'm saying that right. A show that's that humongous giant lizard thing that I showed you a picture of in the last episode. We talked about this. A show called Tarzan: Call of the Jungle will premiere at Story House Stage, and the Tribal Table will be a restaurant based on ancient gathering houses in the Abori village. Treasure Cove will be the first land to be strictly based on Pirates of the Caribbean. The signature attraction of the land will be Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for the Sunken Treasure, where a new high-tech ride system will let the boats be able to spin, move, and react smartly to their position, triggering action and synchronized music as they pass by pirates, mermaids, and even the Kraken. Release the Kraken! Oh, this sounds so cool. The land will also feature a stage show called Eye of the Storm, Captain Jack's Stunt Spectacular, featuring sword fights and stunts, obviously. Shipwreck Shore will be a water play area on the remains of a shipwrecked pirate ship, and Barbossa's Bounty will be one of the largest restaurants in the park. The menu will include spicy barbecue items, and guests can choose different themed dining rooms or inside of the Pirates attraction, much like the Blue Bayou in Disneyland. So cool. Tomorrowland will feature the highly anticipated Tron light cycles and other exciting attractions. Buzz Lightyear Planet Rescue will be in a new updated attraction of the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin and Astro Blasters ride, with a new storyline and updated targeting system. Jetpacks will be an Astro Orbiter-like attraction, but we'll see riders strapped into individual quote-unquote jetpacks and circle around a sphere that will make the packs go faster as the ride goes on. Supposedly, I guess it's like the Superman ride at Six Flags, where you'll be sort of hanging like you're flying. I don't know, it sounds cool to me. Guests will also be able to control how high they go, much like Dumbo. Stitch Encounter will be an unscripted character meet and greet with Stitch himself. So I'm guessing more an interactive meet and greet. Thank God, when I read Stitch Encounter, I thought it was another Stitch's Great Escape. I thought, oh God, no! But luckily something different. The Stargazer Grill will be the largest restaurant in the park, featuring a great view. Fantasyland will be the largest land, which will feature classic attractions such as Peter Pan's Flight, new favorites like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and the Enchanted Storybook Castle. The Royal Banquet Hall will be a character dining restaurant with rooms themed to Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Mulan, Cinderella, and Tiana. The Honey Pot Spin will be a Pooh-themed attraction with spinning honey pots. So I'm guessing more like the Mad Tea Cups, but with the honey pots. That sounds neat. And the Alice in Wonderland maze will be based on the Tim Burton version of the story. Okay. My least favorite version of the story... Voyage to the Crystal Grotto will be a trip through the waters of Fantasyland, complete with fountains, music, and a spin underneath the Enchanted Storybook Castle. That sounds awesome. It sounds a lot like Storybookland Canals, which I do enjoy. The Tangled Tree Tavern, located in the Fantasyland forest, will be inspired by the snuggly duckling from the film Tangled, and of course you can eat there. Pinocchio's Country Kitchen will serve up pizza and pasta and will be Pinocchio themed. It's not his nose that grows. That should be on the outside of the restaurant. Yes, more exciting news from this park. This sounds better and better every time I hear more about it. I am extremely jealous of all this stuff. Like I said before, it might be time to get a passport, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds great. I can't wait to see some of these ride-through videos when this park finally opens, and then I'll really be jealous. And I'll review every single one of them on here, so it'll be great. It's a very exciting time. If you live in Shanghai, at least, or over in China, at least that's exciting for you. Yeah, we're going to have, I'm sure there's going to be more announcements at D23 for these parks, or this park, I should say, and other Disney parks, obviously. We'll finally get some more news for the parks over in the States here. So, of course, I'll keep you updated. Now we're going to travel back to the USA and good old Florida. And some exciting news has hit the Land Pavilion in Epcot this past week. The Garden Grill restaurant will not just be serving dinner as usual, but also breakfast and lunch as well, beginning on November 8th. In the morning, you can attend Chip 'n Dale's Breakfast Harvest Feast. The breakfast will be served as all-you-can-eat family style, with items such as scrambled eggs, bacon, Mickey waffles, biscuits and gravy, and the special Chip Sticky Bun Bake. The all-you-can-eat family-style lunch will all include favorites from the dinner menu, including the Living with the Land Harvest-inspired Farmer's Salad, which of course utilizes greens from the attraction, char-grilled sliced filet of beef, roasted all-natural sliced turkey breast with freshly harvested vegetables, and spectacular side dishes. The meals are character meals, which will include visits from Chip 'n Dale, Pluto, and Mickey the Man himself. Or the mouse himself, I guess. Reservations from November 8th on for breakfast, lunch, and dinner are now available at the Garden Grill. So if you want to listen to the land we all love, nature's plan will shine above, listen to the land. Okay. You can by checking out the Garden Grill. And I've never eaten at the Garden Grill, but it's on my list of things I'd like to try someday. Knowing that they're open for lunch is cool. Maybe it'll be a little less than dinner, but well, no, I guess you would use a dinner either way on your dining plan. I love the fact that it rotates around the Living with the Land ride, and you can see the different, the desert scene and the rainforest scene, and you can see people eating when you go on the ride sometimes. Yeah, it seems like a really cool place, the Garden Grill. The Land Pavilion is one of my favorite in Epcot. It's been since I've been a kid, so I'm always excited to hear what's going on in the Land Pavilion. Here's a little random tidbit. If you were celebrity sightseeing in the parks this past week, you might have stumbled into a pretty big star. Well, he was. I guess he still is. Adam Sandler and his family were vacationing at Walt Disney World and even stopped by the Animal Kingdom Lodge to say hi to Goofy. I don't know if he actually stayed there or not, but he was at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I know a few people on Facebook I saw Adam Sandler sighting at the Animal Kingdom. I'm like, whoa, that's an interesting animal to see on the safari. Yeah. So I guess he was celebrating I guess you could call it a box office hit of Pixels. I don't know. He was vacationing with his family, and very cool to see him. I heard he's a very nice guy to meet. So. It's always cool to see celebrities in the parks. I don't think I ever have. No. Other than, like, if they're singing at, like, the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival or the... You know what I mean? If they're doing a performance, then I have. But never just randomly ran into a celebrity in the parks. Listen up, pin collectors. If you're interested in the Diamond Decades pins at Disneyland, be sure to check out these new releases. On August 6th, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage, Haunted Mansion, and It's a Small World will be available to add to your collection. Also on August 13th, special pins for the Matterhorn bobsleds, Pirates of the Caribbean, Disneyland Railroad, Disneyland Monorail, and Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room will be released. And finally, on August 20th, a special Mr. Toad's Wild Ride will be out for purchase. Oh no! The pins will be for sale at the Little Green Men Store Command in Disneyland, where I got my cool Woody hoodie, Julius Katz & Sons at Disney's California Adventure, and Disney Pin Traders at Downtown Disney District. Wristband distribution guidelines will apply to these releases. Wristbands are distributed near the Rainforest Cafe in the Downtown Disney District around 7 a.m. on the day of release, unless otherwise determined. So yeah, they are going to be super serious about these pins. You have to get yourself a wristband. So if you are a serious pin collector and you want a piece of these pin actions, you best get yourself down to the Rainforest Cafe at 7 o'clock on August 6th, August 13th, or August 20th. These pins do look super cool. I'm not sure what the price will be. If you have to get a wristband, I'm guessing they're going to be a little bit pricey. But I guess that's just to keep all the normal people that aren't really serious collectors out of your way, so you can get them right away. Or there only are so many, I suppose. I don't know if you can only buy so many, or if you get a wrist. I don't know what the rules are. Just go there and find out. I know you'll be there if you really want to find out. So yeah. Check that out if you're into the pins. And finally, we're going to bounce over to that other park. For you Halloween Horror Night fans out there, there was a big announcement for one of this year's mazes. Universal announced The Walking Dead will be returning for the 4th year in a row with a 3-dimensional haunted house at both Universal Studios Orlando and in Hollywood. In Orlando, the maze will feature groups of walkers and recreate the terrifying scenes from the television show. While over at Hollywood, The Walking Dead Wolves Not Far will be the biggest, longest, most gruesome maze ever built at the park. The new experience will have an all-new location and will feature double the amount of walkers. Oh boy. It sounds like a nursing home. There's going to be double the amount of walkers. I have never watched an episode of Walking Dead. It's one of the many TV shows on my list of shows to actually watch one day and catch up on when I'm not watching 200-some movies a year, 300 movies a year, whatever I do. So maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll get to catch The Walking Dead. I've never been to Halloween Horror Nights either. I do enjoy a good haunted house. And hayride or whatever. They don't have any hayrides there, but lots of haunted houses. But if you're a Halloween Horror Nights fanatic, definitely check back here at the Hitchhiking Host Show, and we'll be giving you more info as I get it. Well, that's all the time for this week's show. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/HitchHostShow. If you would like to listen to the show in its podcast version, or if you are now, just keep doing it, you can find it on Podbeam. It's HitchHostShow.podbeam.com. As well as you can find the show on iTunes, search under the Hitchhiking Host Show or West Troop, and you can find it on Stitcher as well. iTunes and Stitcher, check them out. And of course you can like the Facebook page, facebook.com/HitchHostShow, like the Twitter @HitchHostShow, or follow I should say, and follow the Instagram @HitchHostShow. Until next time, don't forget to... the next episode. See ya!